In this video, we're going to patch up some amplitude modulation. For our purposes, amplitude refers to volume, and modulation is a fancy way to say change. If you're following along from our first ultimate beginner patch, we are using the same subtractive voice and this time bringing control voltage into the mix. In this system, the modules on the left are mostly control voltage sources, and the modules on the right are the audio portion. The control voltage module that we will be using is an LFO, or low frequency oscillator. It creates waves, but unlike sound waves, these ones are moving so slow that we can't hear them. Instead, we use these waves to control the audio modules of our synthesizer. To modulate the amplitude of our audio, we are going to connect the LFO to the control voltage input of our voltage-controlled amplifier. The knob above the CV input controls how much the LFO affects amplitude. When centered, it has no effect. As we turn it clockwise, positive voltage increases the amplitude. The further we turn, the more effect the voltage has. Changing the wavelength of the LFO will cause the amplitude to rise and fall faster or slower. The knob changes the wavelength and the switch changes the range of wavelengths. Here, with the LFO set to a long range, the wavelength will cycle in about a minute and a half. Different LFO wave shapes affects the sound in different ways. The sine wave gives us a wobbly effect, whereas the sawtooth has more of a plucky sound. And the ramp will fade in and then drop out. Triangle similar to sine, and the square wave will turn on and off, changing the voltage from max to minimum over and over. In the next video, we'll explore frequency modulation. Again, we'll use the LFO, but to control the voltage-controlled oscillator. See you then.